What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Highline Prestige. My name is Serge, and today we're going to be smoking a Davidoff. If you guys already see it in the title already, we're going to be smoking the Davidoff Nicaragua in a Toro format. It occurred to me that we've smoked a lot of those Escurios in the past couple weeks now, and we haven't really touched too much the Davidoff Nicaragua. I probably did a YouTube short on it a little while ago, so I was like, all right, I feel like a Davidoff. Let's smoke a Davidoff. So I've got my carbon fiber texture cigar case. It's a little bit on the taller end because I could not exactly get all the cigars in here because the middle cigar is quite a unique cigar. I didn't even want to try messing around with it. But this right here is the Davidoff Toro Nicaragua. This is what we're going to be smoking tonight. And then this one is actually the new Winston Churchill limited edition for 2025. I've smoked a couple of these, but I have not done any reviews on them, so we're going to be doing that soon. And we've also got a Opus X BBMF Natural here as well. And funny enough, if you guys saw the last video I did on some Camachos that I think are somewhere around 11 to 12 years of age, and I was able to secure 2 more tins. But let's just go ahead and start with the Davidoff Nicaragua in a Toro. Let's cut, light, and smoke and talk all about it. Do we go punch? Do we go straight cut? I think I'm just going to go with a straight cut on this, using the Caseti Trident X3. Sell it on the store at casadomonico.com, and it's both a cigar stand, straight cut, V cut, and a cigar punch here. All right, we're good there. And let's get lighting. I think we'll maybe do a little torch and then seal the deal with a puff with the soft flame. We don't really need to do an extra light here, but I'm just going to do it. So what is the Davidoff Nicaragua? So many of us know by now that it's part of the Discovery series, which includes the Escurio line and the Yamasa line, and then you have the Nicaragua line. But what is it really? I mean, to us consumers, it's a new addition. I mean, it was a new addition, I should say, to Davidoff. But actually, what it really was around the time that it came out, it was a way for Davidoff to tap into a market that they previously were not really in. So what I mean by that is that until this cigar came out, Davidoff primarily made Dominican tobacco cigars. I mean, of course, in their blends, they would mix around with some other different types of tobacco, but they never really had their own Nicaraguan series cigar. So when it came out, Nicaraguan tobacco was going crazy, and they wanted to tap into that industry, so they created this beautiful Davidoff Nicaraguan series that features a Nicaraguan binder, filler, and wrapper. After I fixed it, we didn't have to knock out the ash, so I'm happy about that. The other little mystery about this cigar is a lot of people will say it's a full body blend. Even Davidoff, out of I think their 5 circles, this is 4 out of 5. So intensity is definitely up there. Cigar Aficionado, though, they do say it is a medium cigar. And honestly, in the beginning when I was smoking this, maybe it's because it's a little bit more on the drier side, I find it to be more on like that medium side, but I know probably intensity will go up a little bit more. Davidoff is pretty famous for the change of flavor, transition of strength, and all that fun stuff. We do get a good amount of smoke though, And if we were talking flavors, in the beginning you get a little bit of spice, nothing too crazy, a little bit of cream, and I would say maybe like a little bit of cocoa notes. You know, nothing too crazy, but pretty solid. We're getting a pretty good burn right now. It almost wants to go sideways a little bit. It's not Davidoff's fault at all. It's actually where I got the cigars from. But it's a little shop near my house. I always want to support other shops. But unfortunately, they just don't really keep their humidor that well. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, smoking a Davidoff, you can't have a bad day when you're smoking a Davidoff. Now here's the one more fun fact about the Davidoff Nicaraguan series in the Toro format. All right, I believe this cigar was rated number 3 in the top 25 for Cigar Aficionado back in 2013. So that's pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure they gave it a high rating of somewhere around 95 points, which is pretty damn crazy. I mean, if you could just hit that 87 to 90 score on Cigar Aficionado, you're working with something that's pretty damn good. When I first started smoking these, I really liked the box pressed version of this cigar. Yes, they come with the box press. Pretty sure the box press is a Toro and a Robusto size. Whereas these regular ones, they have the Toro, Robusto. What else do they have? The Diademas format. And I've come to really, really enjoy the Diademas format with this cigar. That's like nowadays, that's my favorite size for smoking the Nicaraguan series. It's just so good. And you just don't see a Diadema Perfecto format that often. Now, I was also thinking that because I smoke cigars just about every day, I smoke a lot of cigars, and I've been smoking cigars for a long time, I've realized that what I call medium might be perceived as like medium to full to other people. Maybe. I don't know. So I want to say now that flavor-wise, you know, we're still with those little bit of earthy notes now, and we still have that cocoa. We still have a little bit of spice. I'd say you get like a little bit of a drier cedar note to it. And if we were to add anything in there, we'd say a little bit of white pepper. And maybe that earthy tone might be more on the leather side. You know, but it's surrounded by that neck of the woods of flavor profiles. Really beautiful cigar. So in a traditional fashion, we're losing daylight, and I've actually got to hop on a call that's going to take a couple hours. And by then, it's going to be pitch black over here. So I actually let the cigar go out while I was on a different call. So let's light up this thing, and I'll tell you about the final thoughts about it all. Not getting that bottom part there. All right, now we're good. So you already know about the flavor. Flavor is going to be all around that certain area that I talked about earlier. It's a lovely cigar to try. If you haven't tried it already, definitely give it a go. And I was thinking about it. I'm pretty sure they made like a short Corona in the box press size. If you haven't tried the Nicaraguan 10th anniversary, because they actually made a 10th anniversary of this blend, that thing is so good. It is like a milk chocolate bar. I mean, that's the best way of explaining it. It's so damn good, but it's probably a little bit harder to find them nowadays since that release came out about a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago. I think it was a year ago. So I'm sure there's still some floating around. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next cigar review. We've got some special cigars to smoke. I just got to dedicate the time to really enjoy it with you all. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy and cheers.